edition of the greatest D&D stream in this world and the next. Welcome to Goblins Under the Stairs here. You got Solrak the Destroyer ready to slash and bash your Thursday night away with his epic crew of destroyers. You got Fang the Mag. You got Wilmore Chaddington. We got featuring Chocopee, baby. And of course, we're led on this epic adventure by the greatest goddamn DM in all the land. It's Nate Gonzalez. Take it away here.
All right, thank you, Solrak the Destroyer. Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's lovely Thursday night edition of Goblins Under the Stairs. Since it is Cinco de Mayo, this one is, again, sponsored by Modelo Talkins. Doing it right for, us folk out here, living it up properly in America. But let's go on forward with a quick little recap from what happened last Sunday when we were all together. Our adventures were together, and pick it up from there. So, where we last left off, you guys were in the heart of Svardborg, scoping it all out, trying to do a stealthy mission to find this conch in the Jarl's throne room. And you guys have discovered whereabouts you think this throne room was, so you guys made it on a mission to stealth on down there, make it in there. Wilmore, with his ring of invisibility, was able to sneak in there, get a couple eyes around the corners to view what's going on with the space and the scenario, and was able to find this throne room, which housed two frost giants, one of them being a drunk one in addition, a mage, and two winter wolves guarding what looked like some large eggs in a corner. Gently snuck away real quick, reevaluated your guys' plans. You guys decided to have Cuomo send out to the balcony area, send Wilmore on in to do a little sneaking around to see if he could sneak and grab this conch right off the throne, and send Fang up to the attic to take care of the alchemist fire, laying down some petroleum and oil to get it nice and ready to maybe set a distraction of sorts. While this was going on, good old Solrak and Chocopee took the boat around front, set it up, and got ready for a great escape. And so, with Wilmore, with the invisibility ring in hand, slipped it on, turned himself invisible, and started sneaking along the walls with his little boots of spider climbing, just sticking one by one, climbing over the furniture until he was in eyesight of this conch, and made a great, quick little move to get on over there. Had cast enemies abound on one of these frost giants to cause a great distraction, causing one of them to just start striking at the mage that was in this room, and just chaos ensued as Wilmore grabbed the conch, ran off there as the mage was also running out the balcony, saw Wilmore as he yelled hip hip to Cuomo, and kind of in a bit of shock cast a fireball on him and exploded in that radius, causing great damage to Wilmore and Cuomo, causing Cuomo to burn to a little bit of a crisp right there. And with some quick thinking, Wilmore was able to cure him up and then dive off the roof, landing on Cuomo as he swooped up and saved him. And Fang, in that exact moment, as he saw that happening, threw back some alchemist fire, and a big bright light of explosion appeared in the attic of this lodge, causing a great distraction for y'all to escape from. And Fang clicked his mechanism on his staff and flew down into the night with this fire and smoke pluming behind him, and Cuomo and Wilmore on in flight ahead, heading straight down to the boat. And as you guys made your way onto this boat with the Jarl in tow, or with the conch in tow rather, you guys heard a great horn approaching in the fog of the night and saw a 500-foot massive great ship with the Jarl at the front of it, wearing this massive helm with these dragon horns on it, dragon bone armor and furs all clad, and you guys noticed this giant white owl perched on his shoulder that Fang saw earlier in that attic space. With some quick movements, if you guys get on out there, and of course the distraction of the fire in the lodge, you guys were able to make it out into the darkness of night, unseen and unscathed. And now, you guys continue to sail on southward and slightly west down to the Ice Peak Mountains, Ice Peak Isle, where Chocopee is from. And that's where we would like to pick up now. It's about 2 in the morning, and dead of the night, very dark all around. You guys can just hear the silence of water trickling around you, and a couple of seabirds in the air as well.
It was a job well done, gentlemen. Shaman. Take it.
Gonna have to ask you to stop whispering, buddy.
Yeah, I just went to the Discord to turn his volume up.
I did as well,
Yeah.
actually.
That's weird. It sounds quiet now.
Sound better.
Oh, I can finally hear you over these loud crashing waves.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you
Sorry,
can turn
we're
that
not
down in
hiding from any.
Discord.
We're not
That's
hiding from anyone on the open water at this moment. You can speak normally. We're not. The stealthy mission has already been taken care of.
I
yeah.
was saying that. Good work.
Yes, thank you. Oh yeah.
Yes, I did do a good job.
You sure did, buddy.
Let's stay humble there over there, Chaddington. You almost killed my my buddy over here, Cuomo.
Yeah, luckily he was toughened up a little bit, right, buddy? Like, give him a little pet.
Yeah, he could use a long rest, and honestly, I think all of us could use a long rest at this moment, as we set forward to the ice peaks.
Chucky, how far are we from the ice peaks?
Not too far. Less than half-day travel.
Do you think maybe we could? I know I'm a little burnt, if you will. Think maybe take a little rest, and maybe you could keep eyes out for us in the morning.
Sure.
After all, you know where you're going.
I certainly could do that. Make sure I get home safe and you all can continue on journey.
Yeah, and I think wake us up if you hear anything, if you see anything crazy.
Will
Use
do.
the cot. And then I go back to the cot. And I forget how uncomfortable it is. I'm like, God damn it.
All right. You guys just heading to bed essentially right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure thing. You guys all find a place to tuck away for the evening after being pretty worn down through this long stealth mission into Svartborg, just kind of scoping out the land and being able to get in there without being mostly seen by these frost giants, other than those drunk ones who, yeah, you're lucky that they were drunk and unable to do much for you guys, but Wilmore distracting them with these enemies abound. It's a great way to get them off your guys' tail. And so you guys just kind of rest away in the evening right now, and yeah, wake up in the morning with Chocopee still at the helm, steering away. You guys can all take a long rest if you'd like. And he's looks up over at you guys as you guys begin making a little bit of noise and arriving out of the cabin. I'm guessing Solrak maybe appears out. You guys, Wilmore and Fang, were probably situated out on the deck still.
Actually, as I wake up in the morning, I open my eyes. I get this idea for something. I look up on my gauntlets. I hold them, squeeze my hands together. And then I get this idea. And that's it. Keep on.
Chalky looks at you after you squeeze your fist. Just a couple more hours, we'll be there, don't worry. You can hold it for a little bit longer, right?
Oh, don't worry, Chalky. I wanted a bucket back there, so I'm totally relieved, if you know what I mean. Sorry, Chaddington, your stuff was near it, but, I think only a little bit got on it. But, you're covered in shit already, so you don't mind, right? I just look at him.
You're right. It's okay. And I walk up and put my arm around them, just with all the bird shit on me still, I guess, and just go, as long as we're here together. I just walk away and go stand at the helm of the ship.
And then I just look down and I can see that he clearly left an arm print of shit wrapped around my side. And I'm just note to self: don't do that again here.
Solrock, if it makes you feel any better, you already smelled like shit in the beginning. This doesn't do too much.
Oh, the bald man's got jokes over here. I go over to Fang. Hey, Baldy! And then I start spinning his bald head
Get off me! You're getting your filth on me too.
Hey, just having a little
Uh,
fun. We got
I guess-
time to kill, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I whip out my the
Whip
the
it out, Hank. Go ahead.
statuette. Yeah, I whip out the statuette and just kind of study it and see if like it has any like if it seems like it has like any magical powers to it or anything like that.
Yes. If that's what you're going to do, just make an Arcana check.
Oh, 23.
23. Yeah, you're checking this out, and you can tell it's a beautifully crafted bronze statuette of a griffin with its wings outspread. Craftsmanship on it is spectacular, and feeling the weight of it in your hand, and it's reminding you of some other figurines of other beasts that you've seen in the past. And you've known these figurines to be considered figurines of wondrous power, and you know that they typically have some sort of command word that would transform the object, the figure, into whichever beast it idolizes. Perhaps for a certain amount of time, or... Yes.
We
Oh.
lost.
So, I start thinking, and I look over at Chalky, and I start staring at that big gaping wound on his side. And I say, hey, Chalky, if there was a way I could, perhaps fix what's, going on over there, you want that?
I would be most appreciative.
Well, my friend, you've done a lot for us here. So, do something. I rub my hands together. I spit in my hands. It's been a long time since I've done anything like this. And then I basically hold them out. And then, like, nothing happens at first. I'm like, no, god damn it, 1 second here. Warm them up. And then I use a charm of greater restoration to heal Chalky.
Yeah. You see this, you feel this energy start surging in your hands and in your body, and you start feeling the ability to transfer that healing energy that you're feeling into another being. And as you see that energy just kind of move in the air, kind of like makes these waves of energy just transferring into his body. And as you watch those waves of energy just trying to transfer over to him, it starts like mending and weaving bits of flesh and skin together. And you can see like where the wires were holding him together and tying him together, they start like getting tighter, or the skin around him starts getting tighter, thus making the wires begin getting looser and looser until they're just kind of like dangling there off of his body. And he looks down and kind of just like brushes them. They kind of shatter off and break off into a few pieces, and his wound is completely healed over on his side there now. He looks down and just kind of like touches it, shaking a little bit. You fix me.
That's right. I was saving this for a special occasion, and, well, I don't think we would have been alive through this mission without you. So it's the least we could do, and I stick out my hand. You give my cool handshake. Like, Arnold and, what's his name?
Yeah, I know.
Apollo Creed.
Yeah. Love it.
Chocopy, you should be happy that he used that on you. That means he really likes you, especially because when I got turned ode, he wouldn't even use his charge on me.
As you said, it's because he really likes Chalky.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You kind of pretty
I-
much just
I-
done it better than I could.
I know where I stand on the totem
Make it
pole,
back
Chucky.
here, Pam.
Chalky, he looks down, just like kind of in like bewilderment of being healed like this, and he says to you, "Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. I had something for you. I was going to give you when we arrived at Ice Peak, but seems appropriate now." Kind of reaches in his side, and he's got like this a little like sealskin leather pouch that he pulls an object out of, and he pulls it out and he shows you this tiny whittled like seal. It seems to be made out of like a bone or something like that, and he gives it to you. Says, "In my tribe, the seal is a symbol of abundance and wisdom. Chucky learned much from his new friends. Stand up against giants. We may be little, but we have infinite power, just like thousands of tiny bright lights, especially when the tribe works together as one."
Chalky, you get inspiration? That was awesome.
He would look at you. The head, the heart, and the fist need to work as one. And when he like says all those things, he like when he says head, he looks over at Fang. Or I'm sorry, he looks over at Wilmore. When he says the heart, he looks over at Fang, and when he says fist, he looks over at you, Solrak.
Well, my friend, I take the seal. We shall. We've learned a lot from you as well, my friend. So thank you. And I show it to everybody else so they can see it.
Yeah, it's a like I described. It fits in the palm of your hand. It's a tiny little whittled seal. It seems he made it in the downtime here because it's made of the seal bone that you guys all killed. That first seal that you brought in, he took the time while you guys were all sleeping and whatnot to sit over in the corner and whittle this for you.
I'm going to try to stick it on myself, like right in my heart area.
When he hands it to Solrak, I'm just gonna check my compass real quick.
Yeah, you check your compass and it doesn't seem to be going off on that, but it's going off like crazy on the figurine that Fang is holding.
Okay.
I look over. What the hell is that? I point to the figurine.
Yeah, so apparently there's some command word for this statuette that unleashes the beast of the griffin. And I'm gonna like look around on the statuette to see if I see like any inscription or writing on it, or word specifically.
No, with that 23 Arcana, I'd say that you are able to figure out what that command word is. Just like you kind of like feeling that energy within you, and you look down to the bottom, and you see there's just like a little insignia on the bottom, and yeah, you can make up whatever command word you want for it. It's kind of like a reset button, this insignia, and then you have to hold it for 5 seconds and say your command word and push it again.
Fuck yeah.
I think I've seen that somewhere.
So yes, I'll go ahead and send this into the game log, the description. We'll send the whole thing, but that's which one it is, of a figurine of wondrous power.
Right.
Well, Chachi, just make sure that when you're walking around town, you're telling everybody about the legend of the Wrecking Crew, how we wrecked those giants, and how I did all that cool stuff. Remember, buddy? Shoot him a little wink.
I remember. You make como like fried chicken.
And we all love fried chicken, right?
It's delicious.
Delicious.
Not gonna lie.
You're welcome.
That's why I was like, if he doesn't make it, I call dibs on the wing. You know what I'm gonna waste? Because I like Fang.
Well, while I recall you've got a Yeti problem and a worm problem. Do you have any other small problems there? I mean, I'd still like to maybe hang out at your village for a little bit, but I don't know if you got anything else.
No, the Yeti, most small problem we deal with day to day. Worm, much bigger problem.
That's the
Worm,
bastard that did that to you in the first place, right?
It is defending my family.
Well, I tell you what. And I pull out from my bag the dragon disintegrator, and I go, do you think maybe there's someone there that could use this against that there worm?
Certainly, I would be honored to myself.
How about this? You just promise me that the next time that worm comes digging around, you give it a good go with this guy. I'll just kind of hand it to him.
Certainly, and you sure you don't need it in future adventures.
I mean, we probably do, but do you think maybe you have anything to trade for it? I mean, you have a dragon problem. We have a severe and long-term giant problem, really.
You see,
You guys tend to deal with the giants a lot on your island.
the giants typically come to our island, but the great worm has enslaved and killed some frost giants.
Well, I mean, do you guys have any special weapons that you typically use against the giants that maybe we can make an arrangement with?
Giants typically leave us alone for most part in our isle. It's unfortunate the ice claws, the great worm, capture them and bring them to her volcano, the caves in the volcano in the center of the island. But we just do what we can with our great ships. Use sort of like a navy.
Well, I guess you do make a fair point. We are going to go save the world, so maybe we'll have something to do with the dragon one day for Soul Rack. But I tell you what, hold on one second. And I reach into my bag and I pull out a cookie and I go, you can have this instead. And I cast prestidigitation on it to make it smell just like the best thing he's ever smelled in the world.
He looks at the cookie and then looks at the dragon bone that you're handing him, the dragon disintegrator. Seems fair. I'll take cookie. It does smell good.
Like in shock, I just fucking healed him, and then a cookie just made him look so much happier.
Fuck, you enjoy that, my friend.
Tastes just like mother's.
Well, sometimes that could be a good thing, and sometimes that could be a bad thing. My mother tastes like fish.
Mine more fatty like a seal.
I like that.
Well,
Does she make the art noise too?
no, that's my sister does that though.
Yeah, mine just flops like a fish.
This is getting awkward, you guys.
So, as you guys are having
You're not a fan of aquatic animals, so right?
you guys are having this.
What's your mother like? Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, funny man. Funny man. See how many jokes he does, but his tongue gets cut off.
I'm very animated with these fingers, but anyway. Do go on, Chachki. I'm gonna go get some more ale. And I walk to the back.
So, Feng, anything that you were doing with that figurine or anything?
And figured out what that command word was, and just kind of get a two-winged beast. Now, Cuomo could have a little buddy for the time being.
I'm sorry, you kind of cut out for me a little bit. Did you say that you're gonna pop it out?
No.
Okay,
I
okay.
put it away.
Gotcha. All right. So as you guys continue sailing on, see Chakapi is kind of steering the front paddle a little bit down to the south, and he points out as you guys see this like foggy clouds and mist enveloping this land mass in the distance. And he points out, "We're almost there. That ice peaks." You guys can see this small, kind of like 50-mile like diameter mountain or island with these icy mountains, all adorned in it, mostly in the center. It's like where it looks like it's the like elevation it like continues to go up and is the highest at.
That is a lovely home, my friend.
Thank you. We go right there to Ice Wolf. And he points down to like the small little inlet. Switch you guys over real quick. Uh-oh. Did that work?
Yeah, I see it.
Because it didn't work for me.
Now I see it again. I just reloaded. The Ice Wolf.
It's funny because it's not working for me. Let me see if I go back to
And
this.
Beyond's Hold. And Auril Schreberg. Now I'm in the water. Help!
Oh, there it is. Okay. It was just up. It was zoomed out and it was up to the top. Sorry, y'all. So you guys are obviously where this exclamation point is currently. You guys are sailing down. You guys see this very small icy village on the shore of Ice Peak here. It just has a few like wooden lodges, small cabins that seem to be like very precariously built and very rough shape. Just a few people kind of dot the land there, doing like odds and ends work. You see people kind of gutting fish and throwing them in a bucket and whatnot, like the scraps in a bucket. People slicing seals and mountain goats and harvesting the meats and the furs and the hides off of them. Yeah, but you guys can see all of this as you are approaching the shores, and you guys approach the shores as Chakapi kind of steers you up there gently and turns you guys off to the side so you go up parallel with the coast and says, "Okay, we're here, boys." And he tosses the anchor overboard. And he looks at you and says, "Would you like to come for a little bit, or is this goodbye?"
Well, not gonna lie, you guys. I could eat. Do you have a?
I always could.
Chucky?
Yes, I'm sure we can get you all a nice warm meal.
Oh, guys. Hope we stop by.
Oh, might as well as poke in for a little bit and get a nice
look
meal
around
before
and-
we hit the road.
Scope out the babes. How they looking?
Yeah, you go ahead and you start scoping out everyone that's around. Like I said, there's not a lot of people here. You kind of probably count less than 20 people in like your eyesight. Most of them are Goliath type people, very tall. They have like most of them are wearing like these furs and have like face paint on it, like different like painted faces, and then there's a bunch of half orcs as well, and then a few humans as well. But it's mostly these Goliaths that kind of just stand very tall, and as you like, you guys are just docked off to the shore. They all kind of just like look off, see Chakapi, and then continue on doing their work.
Well, let's see what this little island has to offer.
Dr. P, what's the deal with those mountains back there?
Oh, mountains. It's most of the island is mountain. The center is an icy volcano, no longer active.
What was the
Do you
last
think
time
that's
we
where
were?
the dragon lives?
Yes, that is where Ice Claws lives.
Ice Claws, you said.
Yes,
Is that the name of it?
that is her name.
Whoa. What's her deal?
She, very mean, very evil dragon. The last time Ice Claws came out and attacked us, the frost giants came, and some left, some stayed. But I believe some may have taken some of her eggs, which is why she lashed out in malicious frenzy.
Well, if you actually, I guess not anymore. I think we lit them all on fire. So they were in the throne room, being guarded by some wolves, but we did light that on fire. So she might just be angry for a while.
Oh, well, what?
You could always go back and see if you can scalp them up. I don't know how stealthy y'all are with those tall drinks of waters over there. And I nudge my head over to the Goliaths.
My thought.
I knew he liked the big girls.
I like them big. I like them small. I like them hairy. I like them bald. I look at Fang when I say bald.
My
Look at me like that.
thought is maybe we can tell Ice Claws frost giants steal eggs and send Ice Claws after frost giants. Maybe too messy. I don't know.
Do we even want to interact with Ice Claws?
Yeah, it seems like a unnecessary risk here if they're not messing with you.
Agreed, but maybe next time Ice Claws kill my family and me. If I could stop that from happening again, it could be worth it.
So you're saying, maybe you get on the good side of Ice Claws if you
Correct.
help her locate her. Okay. I feel like at this point we owe it up to Chakapi. He did help us out with our little mission. What's this?
Look,
We won't be too long, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. You all don't need to put your life online for Chakapi.
Oh, you didn't need to do it for us, here. And you did.
He saw people in need. Chakapi help.
Well, we see people in need, Chakapi.
Seems kind of smiling as two like half-orc fangs tighten up against his upper lip as he smiles a little bit. And he looks at you. If that's the way it is, we should speak to village shaman.
Ooh. Okay.
Right after we get a bite to eat, Chakapi.
Yeah, I'm starving.
We could use some fuel for today.
Certainly. We can go get you a nice hot pot soup.
Oh.
I do love a good hot pot.
And you see, they have like a station set up with this like large cauldron, just like this boiling broth inside of it, and they're just like chopping up fish heads and seal parts and throwing it in there constantly. And Chocopee goes over. You all want some?
If you don't mind.
Certainly. And grabs like a wooden bowl and starts scooping up some for you all. Hands each one of you guys a bowl. Most of them have like odd parts sticking out of it, like maybe like a fish tail. Wilmore, yours has like a fish head sticking out of the top of it with a eye that's looking right at you.
Oh,
I
I
lick
love it.
eat
I'm
the eye.
crushing it.
Yeah, it is a
I'm gonna-
warm meal, that's for sure.
Well, while we're sitting there, I'm going to talk to Chocopee. Chocopee, have any of y'all actually talked to this here ice dragon? Does she even like understand what we're saying?
Ice Claw's very smart, very malevolent being. Malevolent, I guess. Malevolent's good.
Malevolent, we'll call it.
Yes. Yes, I think most dragon can speak to human, but also, of course, native language of Draconic.
As long as they can
Chocopee,
speak to them.
what now? Look, I know we're trying to do this to, get on the good side of Ice Claws, but what if we tell her, she shows up and sees that the eggs have been destroyed in the fire that I set?
You raise a great point.
I mean, why would we tell her we set the fire?
Don't need to do that either.
Yes, but I mean, she's gonna locate the eggs, but I'm not saying that she's gonna know we did it, but I'm saying she's gonna show up to see that her eggs have been scrambled.
As far as I'm concerned, that would be the ice giant's fault, I guess.
You think so? You don't think she'd come back here trying to raise hell
I guess she might.
or praise Dale?
It's up to y'all.
Yeah, it's probably best not to create any mortal enemies anymore. Wilmore over here, or he has a demon after him.
I have a demon after me. I'm after another guy. It's a fun thing though.
Which reminds me, I look up, and what phase is the moon on right now?
Ooh.
Solrak's been tracking it for a little bit of time now. You guys are about within 10 days away from a new moon, which means that you're 25 days away-ish from a full moon. Or, I'm sorry, less than that. 20-ish, yeah. Something like that.
So you got some time, Chaddington.
Got plenty of time.
That's right. Maybe you should eat more, have seconds. Maybe have thirds. Get yourself nice and chubby for 20 days from now.
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, it's not like you do anything.
Oh no!
But
not at
anyway,
all. Make yourself, you
Josh-
baste yourself with a little salt and pepper and maybe a little oil before you go to bed every night. The next few nights, No reason, no particular reason. Just saying.
I mean, I do love a good oil. But
No particular reason, though.
Josh, how far is this dragon anyway?
Trek isn't too far. Take you 10 miles to Volcano. Less than that, maybe.
That'll just take a few hours.
Oh. When we crush this meal and get rocking.
Yeah, I'd say we go as soon as possible so that we can try and make it back by nighttime.
Okay.
Agreed.
Chalky, while you guys are finishing the soup and everything, he'd bring you over to the village shaman, who's like sitting by himself in front of this like teepee-like structure, wooden structure. It's got a leather sealed skin around around the wooden post pulled tightly. You see like kind of like tribal-ish paintings adorning the sides of it, and let's see, you guys, can you see that picture I just sent in the game log?
Let me see.
And he's like,
Yeah. Whoa.
you guys approach this man who's wearing like these furs and this metal helm with horns on the side of it. It's got like these bones necklace and with a jewel in the center of it. Grasping a spear. Looks like he has some sort of like alchemical supplies as well, just like all naturey. And as you guys are approaching, Shakpi looks at you guys and say, fair warning, he doesn't like many mainlanders, but I have your all back for having my back, and I'll speak for you.
Oh,
Hear
he's
that,
gonna
Fang?
hate me.
Shh.
Yeah, you keep your mouth shut, Chaddington.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah.
So he approaches. You guys all approach this shaman man, and Chakapi says, "Bleak sky at morning. It's great to see you again." And this shaman man looks up from the fire in front of him and the spear that he's holding, and he looks up and says, "Well, Chucky, you brought visitors from the mainland." And Chucky looks back. "Yes, they are new friends of Chucky and us of Ice Wolf tribe." And Bleak Sky at morning looks up at all of you, kind of like squinting his eyes and kind of glazing you all over real quick, and says, "Which one of them smells like shit?"
It'd be those two back there.
I start pointing at Chattington and giggling. It's the one covered in shit.
I cast prestidigitation on Solrak to smell like shit.
Yeah, as you're like pointing at Wilmore, all of a sudden this like this awful stench starts emitting from you, Solrak, and he looks over at you. "Whoever smelt it dealt it."
But technically, you smelt it first, here.
Oh,
So. you
okay,
must have
Chucky.
smelt it. Ah!
Chucky, they're okay. Welcome.
Kind of just sigh. Just like, thank God.
Welcome to Ice Wolf. How can Big Sky at morning help you?
Oh, that's your name. I thought that was a statement.
I am Bleak Sky at morning. This is Thousand Tiny Bright Lights.
I am giant beneath.
Do it.
This right here, I tap Solrak, is teeny tiny itty bitty, and that over there is bald in the morning, fuzzy at night. I point to Fang. So we were wondering, about this here. There's a dragon out here, a worm, giant worm, not of the Earth minority, but where are they? How can we?
You all look for worm too.
Well, we may have some information for, I'm guessing, her. You see, those there ice giants stole her eggs, and then they made an omelet out of some of them. Some of them might still be there, but they destroyed them. Chachki was there.
So you all plan to tell her this. Other mainlanders that come here have other plan.
What other plan?
Other mainlanders, what?
There was mean, evil, bald man, and men in hoods come from mainland and threaten us, asking where Ice Claws is, wanting to steal the magical gem in Ice Claw's lair.
Oh, there's a magical gem.
A bald man, you say?
Yes,
Hold on.
bald man with strange tattoos.
I kind of look at my arms.
Not you. You.
Okay, good.
You soft. Nice. Good heart.
Yeah, it's very soft, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Any idea what the tattoos look like? You didn't hear any names or anything by chance, did you?
The evil man, bald man, go by Navi.
Son of a bitch.
What do you want the gem for?
It's magic. It
Do you
possesses
know anything about?
great magic and must not fall in wrong hands. I suspect it can be used as a phylactery to store the soul of a being to allow them to transform into a lich.
Well, they didn't get it, did they?
I'm not sure. Ice Claw's still here, so I can't be certain.
Do you think Narvi's still on this island?
This was less than 10 days ago. They're probably gone now.
Yeah, because I think we had an encounter with the Xantarum within those 10 days.
They're definitely around here.
Yes.
Let's just say, Open Wide Mountain, that I know this Narvi, and you're right. He's the bastard. Soon to be dead bastard, but still a bastard. You know, I don't think he has a father. Probably why he did all that stuff later to me. But anyway, does the dragon know anything about this here magical stone? Is it hers? Is it like her gem? Is it like her wedding ring or something? Or
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
does the dragon know anything about the gem? Is it her special little baby, or
The gem. Ice Claws protect it, guard it. It's in her lair, but it is not Ice Claw's gem. It is of the Northlanders, the Ice Hunter people. The gem is in the hands of the statue of the great Goliath, Kavaki, the Ram Lord, the guardian and creator of all Goliaths.
well, that's certainly interesting. I'd love to go see this gem. Make sure it's safe.
Shocky looks down at Bleak Sky and says, I can lead them to the cave where statue is. And
Awesome.
Bleak Sky would say, yes, that sounds like good plan. We can go there, try to see if stone is still there.
Because we got to make sure Narvi doesn't get a hold of that.
Yeah, I'd really prefer if he doesn't get any, factories, and then we got to form a union to fight them, and it's difficult at that
It
point.
takes years, and I don't really gotta put that much effort into that.
We have to vote. People will yell at us. Then we got to make a picket line. Let's just go check on this gem. Make sure it's okay. Maybe
He's gonna be president,
if the dragon's there, let's put it this way. I'd like to have a word with that there dragon.
Certainly.
But just to be clear, though, the dragon I would be able to communicate with her, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Very intelligent.
Shall we, gentlemen?
Shall, and if for some reason the gem is gone, hopefully this dragon will know where they went. Or we'll be able to track them down somehow.
Perhaps we can tell the dragon that maybe Narvi was the one that stole the eggs.
Let's see what you're doing there. But dragons are very smart, though, yeah. So, as long as a good liar does it, I'll look over at Channington.
I think maybe she may know where they went, but I'm scared to tell too many lies to the dragon.
Yeah. So let's be very careful as to what we say here.
Chalky looks at you guys. You ready to go on to the center of the island and find Ice Cross?
Let's do it.
Let's head on up.
All right. You guys all kind of gather all your things together real quick and begin heading through this. Chalky begins taking you guys through this. Oh, we lost him again. Chalky begins taking you guys through these, through the woods right on the edge of Ice Wolf, their settlement, and into the rocky mountains that lead you guys to the center, where there's a dormant volcano currently. And, yeah. Is there anything while you guys begin going? Anyone, let's see, was Solrak taking the lead, or I guess Chalky's taking the lead since he's leading the way?
He's taking the lead.
Okay. Alright,
And as we go and we get to the cave and stuff, I'm going to be taking quite a few sniffs and sound checks to look out for the dragon, or to see if maybe these buttholes are still around.
Sure thing. You guys begin trailing through. There's like a bit of a trail that leads you guys from Ice Wolf through to the mountains. You guys begin making your way towards the mountains. Get about an hour into your journey, about 3 miles or so. And Solrak, you're saying you're like smelling around and keeping an eye out constantly. Go ahead and make that perception check as you're doing that. You guys make it your way into like this wooded area. Let me add Chalky to here.
14, 16.
16, okay. Sorry, let me just add good old Chalky. Cool. So you guys continue going on for a bit. Like I said, about an hour or so, 3 miles travel, and Chalky is just kind of pointing things out to you guys, like, oh, when he was a kid, like he climbed this tree over there and broke his arm, and he did his first kiss over there, and just kind of like all sorts of like things. He's showing you guys like the land of where he grew up, and his small tribe is from. And Solrak, you begin keeping your head on a swivel and looking around, keeping your ears open and sniffing everywhere. And you begin kind of just like as you guys get through these wooded areas and look into the trees. You smell some sort of like decay like nearby you.
I'm gonna try to sniff around to see if I can track it and let them know that I smell death.
Yes. Make a survival check for this one.
Uh-oh. Aha, 23.
Okay. You've been like looking around the area, sniffing around. First thing that you see is you start looking around behind a couple of these trees and snow-covered bushes. Is you see what looks like a couple of remains of maybe some mountain goats that seem to be like frosted over.
Okay, you guys. Just goats.
Yeah.
But Shenton, they look like they have your ass. Stumpy legs.
And now that you're like looking at the goats, you look out behind it and you see a couple of larger footprints trailing off behind them.
How large do these footprints look?
You're looking down at them, and they are like the size of your forearm.
Well, gentlemen, looks like we may have ran into some giants.
I don't know if this is a giant. Perhaps maybe one of those Goliath friends. What do you think, Chalky?
Chalky gets down on one knee and kind of dips his finger in the snow of the footprint. Yeti.
Oh.
You did have a problem with those, didn't you?
We certainly do.
I start tracking the tracks to see where they're going.
Yeah. You start following them, trailing closely behind. You rolled a 23 on that survival, so you keep on watching, following these trails, going behind a couple of these trees, seem to weave in and out, and you definitely notice that there's multiple sets of these footprints. As you guys begin going on a bit further and further, you make it about like here. You guys are approaching this cliff that kind of has like a little bank that goes up the cliff that you could climb up to continue going up to the mountain where you guys are going. And it seems like the footprints, they kind of, some of them go up there, and then some of them kind of scatter around the sides of this bank, this embankment.
I hop on Cuomo and kind of fly up about 25 feet just to see if we maybe see anything.
Yeah, absolutely. You fly up to the air, and as soon as you do, you notice some rustling in some bushes and trees to your guys' south.
And I take a sniff to see if I see anything.
Yeah, you sniff and you smell that you're very close to some yetis, and you hear a just a roar of like wind just howling in the distance. It's just elongating going on for a few moments, and as you look up from your sniffs, you see this 15-foot tall yeti staring down at you with a few other yeti buddies looking fierce, ferocious, hungry, and like they just found some fresh meat for dinner.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4 yetis, correct?
You do count 4 yetis.
All right, so then I get in a circle. I say, gents, stay close here.
All right, we are going to go into combat.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
Yay, that one worked. Cool.
Oh, nice initiative.
Let me turn this off.
Whomp.
Ooh, is this a new song?
Oh.
I haven't heard this one.
Neither have I.
Oh, hold on, I gotta turn this up.
Rocket.
Yeah, I like that. It's
Yeah.
intense.
I'm here for it. Alright, so you guys, Solrak, you were kind of up a little bit, sniffing around, so I'm gonna put you up here just a little bit. Chalky was nearby behind you. Fang, you flew up to the air. I'm assuming you're like up in the air right around something like that. Does that work for you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Wilmer, your position, cool?
Yep. Happy.
Happy. Barrybot says, bump that music, DM. I'm bumping it. I'm trying. All right. So we got Fang up first in the air. I don't know how high you went up. I'm assuming just a good enough distance.
It was 20. It was 25 feet up.
Okay. So 25 feet in the air on Cuomo's back.
Hell yeah.
Go for it,
So
man.
I recalled grabbing that potion of diminution or
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I got you.
And I'm like, let's see how this bad boy works.
Go
So
for it.
I go ahead and drink it, and I'm like, whoa, okay. And then I'm looking right at the Yeti in front of me, and pointing right at it, and it all of a sudden it reduces down to in size.
No, you get
Oh, I
affected.
do?
You get affected by it.
Oh, well, I'm totally
Little
enlarging.
Fang.
I'm enlarging myself. Totally enlarging myself.
No. That one only works for. I'm pretty sure. Read the.
You gain the. Oh, okay. Reduce effect.
Yes. When you drink this potion, you gain the reduce effect of the enlarge reduce spell, so you gain it, and it's reduced. Yeah.
Solid decision.
So
Alright.
you reducing yourself?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then tell me what you're doing.
Alright. I am. Let's see. Alright. I take a bonus action and click the mechanism
Sure.
on my quarterstaff and hop off Cuomo, and I come down towards that Yeti in front of me and like double foot kick him right in the face
Hell yeah.
for
Going
an
up.
unarmed strike.
Yeah, love it. We'll attack. I love how your
17. What?
I was gonna say I love how your unarmed strike is just as powerful as your quarterstaff. Yeah, that hits.
Hell yeah.
Just bitch slapped him.
Because he's a monk, man. He's got that monk power.
Gonna punch people to
Oh,
life.
11.
Max damage, nice.
Yep.
Okay, you fly down in the air on your quarterstaff and kick him across the face. He doesn't even notice you at first. Go ahead. You got another attack?
Yeah.
Do it, man.
All right. Oh, 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Absolutely.
10.
10 damage. Very nice.
And
Okay.
then, and
You did
yeah,
bonus
that is,
action as a staff, right?
yep.
Alright, Cuomo. Go ahead.
Cuomo
Drop him in there.
is, yeah, so Cuomo's gonna swoop down next to me,
Okay.
and he's gonna squawk and give me the help action.
Love it.
Actually, you know what? He's gonna give,
Oh, I didn't roll chalky.
yeah, so he's gonna, why can't I grab Cuomo? Oh, I'm a ruler. Oh, there we go. He's gonna be standing right there, and he's gonna give Soul Rack the help action.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah, that definitely works. Okay, up now is the first Yeti, who is that one that's right next to you, Fang. So, he looks at you after you kick him across the face, and you see these eyes, these blue eyes, just piercing into your soul and glowing with this like white, icy aura, just chilling off of them. And he looks down at you, and you just feel this pit in your stomach as you start freezing over a little bit. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit. Oh, 8.
Okay. You feel this chilling gaze just take over your body. You take 11 points of cold damage, and you are paralyzed for a minute as you're frozen there. Just have this like fearful look on your face as you're looking up at this Yeti who just made you freeze there with this chilling gaze.
Am I able to use Warding Flare on that attack even though,
No, and
or
you
is
don't have that anymore anyways because we switched that out for your ability to heal. Remember?
Okay, alright, yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry, I took 11 points of damage, you said?
Yes, cold damage, and you are paralyzed for a minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. So, in your next turn, at the end of it, you can try to do that con saving throw again.
Yep.
You are paralyzed, so he gets he's gonna attack you twice now with his claws. He goes and scratches down at you. 19 to hit.
Yep.
Does 8 points of slashing damage, and then he scratches you again across the body. Rolls a 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay. Let me just make sure something. Yeah, I have advantage because you're paralyzed. That's right. So a 21 to hit on that one.
Yeah.
Does 7 slashing plus 6 cold, and I'm sorry, on the other one, another cold damage as well. 1 point. Okay.
Yes.
Jockey is up now as you're just frozen there in fear and got these massive gashes slashed into your body. He sees you in some sort of trouble right now, so he comes crossbody, whips out both of his scimitars and comes running up, slashes across them with one scimitar, does hits with a 24, and does 11 plus... He does 20 points of damage on him, plus another slash as he comes across his body and comes up one-handed, and hits again for 11 more damage. And this Yeti now, after Chakapi runs up to it, slashing into it, 2 major hits with his scimitar, is hunched over, stares down at Chalky with its massive claws, looking like he's ready to strike him, but definitely looking weak with that. Wilmore, you are up.
Alright, so I am going to like run back here and like slide behind the tree, and then I'm gonna scream, "These two are mine!" And I'm gonna go goobity 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 goo, and like just purple's gonna shoot out of my fingers like 5 strands, and they're gonna swirl around and go all nuts. And I'm gonna cast what is it? The level 3 one. Oh, it's frozen. What was it? Hypnotic pattern on these 2 down here. This one and this one. They're both within 30 feet of each other.
That's a wisdom, right?
15 wisdom.
Okay. One of them saves and one of them fails. So we'll say that the first one, the one on your left, is charmed.
Perfect.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Then I will, for a bonus action, I'm gonna oh no, I'm good. That's it.
Okay. Anything for sanity?
Sanity's gonna fly down to the one. Where is Sanity on here? Is he even on here?
Nope. I'll drop him out now. Even though Raven did not search for some reason. There we go.
Where is it? I don't see it.
Right next to you.
Oh, yep, there it is. He would go down, so he would have been here with me. So is that this 40 feet? Yeah, that's good. So he would have gone, and he's just gonna like sit on this thing's horn and just start screaming at it to give, or no, Solrak advantage on his second swing.
Sure.
He already has it on his first.
Sure thing. Okay, up now is this Yeti, who sees Chakapi right there helping out. I'm trying to slash down his partner, and he's not down with that, so he's going to go ahead and let out 2 massive claw attacks at him. First one is going to miss with a 13. Second one is going to miss with a 14. And Chakapi just kind of dodging underneath these massive claw strikes and just able to, evade these hits altogether. Brutus is up now. He's gonna go and he's gonna run up next to Solrak, and he's just gonna be buddy with him for the time being. Solrak, you are up.
Oh yeah. So first things first, you know what time it is here. It's rage time here.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off and I'm ready to rock here. So I'm got my demon sword in one hand, got my one sleigh on the other. I'm gonna charge at this motherfucker right here. Yeah!
Love it. Go for it, man.
Take a big swing with demon sword. And that is a 15, but I got advantage. And that's a 23 hit.
Yep, both of those would have hit, but yeah.
Dude. Oh, fuck me. 14 plus another d6. 16 damage.
And then your fire damage as well.
I just did that. I just got it too.
Okay, and okay, gotcha. You slash into this Yeti with the flaming sword. It cuts through its body. It shrieks out in pain as it looks at you with its glowing blue eyes, and it falls down to the ground lifeless.
Yeah! I just roar to the skies. I turn my vision over to this one over here. And then I charge at him.
Yeah.
And I swing demon sword at him.
Absolutely, swing away.
And that's a 25, but let me see if I get a nat 20. No, I don't.
Both of those hit, yeah.
Okay, so that is an 8 plus my d6 is a 5. So 13 damage.
13, and you can see in his eyes as you strike him with this flaming sword, they go wide with fear as he's terrified of this flame, this fire energy emanating from it.
And I'm going to use my action surge.
Hell yeah.
And take 2 more swings.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. And demon sword. Swing again. God damn it, that's a 10.
That one will miss. You go swing at that one. He was able to dodge out of the way of that, but yeah, one more swing.
Let's see. God damn it, another 10.
Unfortunate. You just kind of dodge it out of the way of both of those. You're skimming across his abdomen, not able to slice through though. Anything else for you?
I just growl at him.
He looks at you, growls even bigger, grits his teeth, and they're looking sharp and pointy. Pretty evil stuff. This Yeti up in the top corner is up now. He's going to use his dash to get up to Fang, and that's going to be his turn. now this one that is hypnotic is in his hypnotic daze. He can't do much. He's stuck there, just lost in the sauce. So Fang, you were up now, still paralyzed. Go ahead and make that Constitution saving throw. See if you can break out of this. Still frozen in fear from this Yeti. You're still kind of shaking and shivering a bit as you're just standing there. You've never been face to face with such a ferocious bipedal creature in your life. All right, we got Cuomo. Anything?
Cuomo just kind of like with his beak, he just kind of shrugs my my clothing to try and like snap me out of this like phase of like almost in shock, I guess.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and let me see something. On your next turn, I'll go ahead and give you advantage on that con saving throw.
Thank you, Cuomo.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, Chalky is up now. He's got this one Yeti right next to him in Solrak. He goes and kind of does like a 360 spin move around Solrak's body and gets to the other side of him to be able to attack this Yeti. Slashes down with one scimitar. Does a 27 to hit because he's a fucking man. 6 damage plus another 15, so 21 damage on that. And then he goes ahead and takes another slash at him. He goes in backhand across his abdomen, and just barely cuts through. See, he doesn't do too much, but he does 8 damage, which is enough to make it hurt. Wilmore, you were up now.
All right, so I am going to, seeing all this stuff going on, I'm gonna run down 25 feet, and then. So here's my plan. Let me know if this would actually work. I want to ready Dissonant Whispers so that on this guy's turn, when his turn starts, I want to hit him with it. So he has to use his movement to run back to the wall, and then he would have to use the rest of his movement to move back to Fang or do whatever he wants to do. I mean, I don't think he'd get back to Fang if he does that. That's basically what I'm trying to do.
I'll allow it, yeah.
Allow it? Love it. All right. Yep. So I get there and I stare at him and I just start rubbing my chin. Just.
Okay. So burn that spell slot. Yep. Okay. And anything else for you?
That's it. Sanity is going to sit on this one's horn and scream at him to give Solrak advantage.
Love it. All right. And that'll end you.
That's it.
Okay, this one is up now. You can see from this the flame cuts that you've dug into its body, Solrak. Excuse me. Doesn't have its full bearings, its full like balance and whatnot. So he goes to try to. He first looks down at you with this with these blue, piercing, frosty eyes, Solrak, and you feel that gaze just start piercing into your soul and your body as you start freezing over with fear. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Son of a bitch. Constitution. 23.
Okay. Okay, you take 2 points of cold damage. That's already halved everything for you. And you shake it off real quick, kind of do exactly what you just did, laugh at him, as it doesn't seem to have much of an effect on you as it did on Fang, but he looks at you and then he's pissed off that those didn't work, so he goes to strike down at you. Both of these, like I said, he doesn't seem to have his full balance and composure. Rolls an 11 to hit, and then he goes to try to claw at you again, reaching over hand. 13 to hit, just both of them missing you completely.
Yeah, buddy.
Brutus is up now. He's going to run up to the one that's right next to you, and he's going to bite down, try to bite at him and attack him. Do a little bit of damage if you can. Brutus lunges up and definitely hits with a 24, and does 14 points of damage on him. Biting into this Yeti, you see him looking down, trying to shake Brutus off, but Brutus is like down behind his backside of him and is unable to shake him off. But this Yeti looks like he's about to fall over with Brutus biting him like this. And it is now your turn, Solrak.
All right. And I see Brutus has the Yeti fighting him and shit. I'm feeling good. Demon sword.
Yeah, buddy.
Luckily, I have advantage of it. Rolling 10s. 18.
18 will hit. And you just slice through its body. You don't need to roll damage because it only has 2 health left.
Nice.
And, yep, flaming sword energy just cuts right through its body, cauterizing its flesh. It falls down to the ground and is falling on top of Brutus, but he's able to dodge out of the way of it just in time.
I roar again here. And I turn my eyes now to this one.
Hell yeah.
Able to reach yet. It's only 15 feet away. So I run over to him and I take my second demon sword. Swing on him. Ooh, 22, yeah.
Certainly, yeah.
Sweetly. That's 13 plus my d6. Plus a 1.
14?
Lame. Yep.
Cool, and that was the demon sword, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you see that he's definitely terrified of that, and it burns him terribly. That he just seems to be just like that other one. Seems like he'd be losing his composure and his cool. He's kind of going frantic.
Nice. Well, now I'm going to do my third and final hit with one Slayer.
Okay.
Ooh, a fucking 18. God, that was close.
That'll hit, though, for sure.
And that is 12 damage here.
Okay, very nice. 12 damage. He's slicing into its skin, cries out in pain as it looks at you, but then grits his teeth and roars. Anything else for you?
I'm gonna use my speak with animals and just say, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker."
Love it. I'll allow it. Speak with animals.
Yeah.
It takes 10 minutes for you to do, but I'll allow it.
Really slow.
A minute.
You think you know Yeti. You're just kind of yelling it at him. Roar, roar, roar.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
This one looks down at you again with these piercing blue eyes with this icy, frosty energies just emanating off of them. Make that Constitution saving throw as you feel this fear.
Does that happen at the beginning of his turn?
Oh, yeah. Go. So, I'm sorry, Wilmore. You can do your thing.
You gotta do a 15 wisdom save. I just rolled 10 damage.
Okay, 15 whiz.
Yep, so as soon as I see him look at Soul Rack, I just go, rah, 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 rah. It's kind of like exactly what Soul Rack said to him, just like into his brain.
And he hears that and then, like, kind of looks around and just rah, lashes out like crazy. I rolled a 20 total. So I take half damage on that.
Half damage, yes, a 5.
5.
And then I scream out, I tried!
Alright, and Sorak, you feel that piercing energy. Was that a 17-year-old?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You shake it off once more, taking only 3 points of cold damage. As this thing now looks down to slash at you with his claws, just going overhand, and these massive claws come striking down. A 12 to hit, as he doesn't have his composure and balance fully.
I'm gonna riposte.
Absolutely, go for it.
All right, with demon sword here.
Hell yeah.
14.
14 will just hit.
Woo! All right. Okay, that is 13 plus my d6. Woohoo! 18 damage.
Plus your d8 for your superiority die that you burned for that.
Yeah,
So
buddy.
make sure you burn that.
Yeah, just burning it now. 7.
It's exactly what you needed.
Woohoo!
Exactly
And
what you needed.
Slash that motherfucker through, and I see falls to the ground. I say to Yeti again, I told you, motherfucker. It's like fake Yeti.
Love it. Yes, that one is dead on the ground. You guys are down left with this last one in the corner, down south from Wilmore, who's just staring off into space like he just had some of that wormwood from Dopey.
That, brother.
Good stuff.
Chalky looks around. We can kill that one now, quick.
Let's do it.
Fang, you're up. Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Come on.
Let's see if you can be a part of the fight.
15.
15 will do it.
Yay.
Ooh, baby.
It's very
trying to
low
do
DC
something.
too, which is even worse.
I feel like I always have a tough time with con saving throws.
Yeah. So yeah, you had this Yeti 45 feet away from you. How perfect is that?
Am I down though?
No, you
I'm
were.
not. I'm not prone. I was just frozen.
You're just frozen. Yeah.
Ah,
Stand
beautiful.
there. Stupid.
Beautiful. So
Yeah,
I take
right.
a bonus action to unclick or to put my my gliders back into my quarterstaff,
Totally.
and I look at that last Yeti left. And like, all right, let's see what I can finally do here. And I charge over at him, bobbing and weaving with my quarterstaff, and give him like just like a big old uppercut with it.
Love it. Go for it, man. Roll to hit.
Oh, 28.
That'll certainly hit.
6.
Yeah, it's level 9, like rolling up to 30 now. Yeah, 6 damage.
And then do it again. 15.
15 will hit.
And 7 damage.
Cool. 7 damage. 2 massive strikes with your quarterstaff after full-on sprinting up to him. Just knocking him upside the head. You see him shake out of this stupor that he's in. Kind of like lost in what's happening, but it looks down at you and then growls. Anything else for you?
Yeah, and actually, I'm gonna spend a key point to try and use a stunning strike on that last hit.
And I need
So,
to do a
con save DC 15.
I rolled a 15 on the dice.
Ah!
Plus 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you try to stun him. He just kind of like is hulking over you, standing over you, and you can tell it has no effect on him.
Yeah.
All right,
And
Cuomo.
that is my turn. Cuomo, he's gonna come swooping across and like go right at him with his beak.
Okay, how much movement? Cuomo does not have that much movement, unfortunately.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
I thought he had like 50.
I think-
Hold on.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, flying speed 60 feet.
Okay, correct me. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Oh, yeah, he has 40 walking anyways. Yeah, cool.
It's a beak. Let's see if that rolls.
That'll hit.
Oh, hell yeah, Cuomo. See if we get D10.
9 damage. Nice.
And then back with the claws.
That'll miss.
Alright.
All right, Cuomo pecking into its body. Let's see. Chocopi is going to use his bonus action to use a cunning action to give him a dash. Full on sprinting up there with his scimitars trailing behind him. He comes up and 2 hand just kind of swings simultaneously. Let's see if he can do the damn thing. Ooh, that one's going to miss. But then a nat 20 to make up for it.
Oh.
Oh, and this is going to be big. 15 on the regular.
Hey, yeah. You get sneak attack, right?
Yeah, 15 on the regular damage, and then 25 on the extra damage. As Chocopi just comes jumping behind you, Fang, slicing him up, and he just cuts right through this this Yeti, and it falls to the ground lifeless, bleeding out into the white snow beneath your guys' feet.
Whoa, that was awesome, Chucky.
See him just kind of like breathing heavy. These Yetis, been problem, long time. Thank you for help.
Hey, anytime. How did it feel fighting at 100% again? Yeah.
Feels damn good. Damn good.
Good.
That is 1 out of 2 problems solved. Now we just have to fix that smell. Cast prestidigitation on Fang, and he smells like just complete shit. And then I start walking away.
What the fuck,
Oh,
man?
good lord, Fang.
Jeez.
No. I can't smell like this.
Problem.
My
There's 2
God.
problems. I don't know how to fix this.
I
Is that
try
when
and
you went
like
fighting?
I try
You
and
poop
roll
yourself?
around in the snow just to kind of get any filth off me.
Comes off in the snow.
You see Chalky going around to some of the Yetis and starts carving into their skulls and popping out their eyeballs. And then you see him taking like a little saw and starting to take away the horns off of one of them as well.
Well, are you getting lunch there, Chucky?
Shaman can use these as reagents, make powerful brews.
I do like brew. Would you care for a hand? And I just start pulling out all their eyes. I even cut out their tongues just because maybe.
How about you all deserve your own Yeti? I can harvest from this one. You guys each take one from the others if you want. If not, I can take them.
I mean, we'll harvest them, but I don't think we have much use. But maybe.
You know any wizards?
Oh, but, would like to.
Good wizard could help you with these. Make something powerful, magical. You see what Yeti do to Fang. Freeze him with fear.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, they did me kind of dirty. And then I remember
like that.
Bleak Sky Morning telling me how I'm soft. And think to myself, gotta start hitting the weights, I guess.
I'm gonna go harvest a Yeti.
All
Yeah,
right.
tell you what, guys. Why don't we just go put all this stuff in my bag? 6 Yeti horns, 6 eyes, and 3 tongues. Because again, I'm all about that tongue.
Yep, you guys start sawing away at the horns and popping out the eyes, and yeah, you guys get yourself a nice set of some reagents from these Yetis.
And with the lack of health that I have right now, and from the stank that Chadden gave me, I'm gonna take some of that ointment that I got from Bryn Shandir and rub it all over my body.
Certainly, you take this this salve, this like kind of it's kind of clearish looking lubricant kind of solvent that you start rubbing on your body. It kind of smells like aloe a little bit. You can roll the, what was it again? It was 2d4? No, 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah.
And then I'll edit the usages on there so it says 2 uses left. Done. All right. So you heal yourself up a little bit. Chalky looks up to the sun. We should make moves. Continue on to center of island.
Agreed. Let's keep
Make
it
some
moving.
moves, gentlemen.
Okay. You guys continue climbing on up this this mountain pass. Now that you guys are at the bottom of it, you guys go up this little hill that's to your south, and begin like kind of going up some mountains a little bit, where you guys are heading towards the center of the volcano. And as you guys make your way up there, you notice that there's like a great storm that starts. It does not start there, or it's not just starting, but you notice that there's a great storm circling around this volcano of just like snow and ice and wind howling in the distance, and it seems like a treacherous kind of place. Let me move you guys on over a little bit, but you guys continue making your way on up about another hour or two up this cliff, this expanse, where you guys get to a part where there's a bridge that connects two expanses to one another. And Chakapi let you guys all know, not too far from cavern where ice claws may be, where gem certainly is, if it's still there. Just need to cross over bridge first.
I take a look at the bridge to see how it looks.
Yeah, you all kind of go down there and start checking it out as you make your way in there. Go ahead and make an investigation roll to see if you can tell like how it's looking.
I would probably give it a nice jiggle as,
Yeah,
as well.
you can do it as well then if you'd like.
Ooh, a
Just
2.
It is a bridge.
Carlos says, "Yep, yeah, that's a bridge."
There's like panels falling off it. Like, well, who wants to go first, gents?
17. Well, yes. Solak begins like walking on there as he's like looking at it, and Wilmer just grabs him by the shoulder. Whoa, wait a minute! And as you point out, a couple of the planks look a little rickety to you. The ropes and stakes that secure the bridges upon each side, they seem to be fastened in there pretty tightly, but the actual make of the bridge itself seems it could be better.
I mean, we do have a bird. Fang, do you think you could just hop us over real quick?
Now we're thinking. I was thinking how long it'd take for you guys to figure that one out. As I hop on Cuomo and yell hip hip as he flies me across.
And one by one, you guys all fly across. Easy enough. Okay. So you guys make your way to the other side of the...
I would have been so
you're there.
stupid. We just die.
Oh, you guys never know. You make your way to the other side of this expanse, and you guys continue on for about another 15 minutes as you guys make your way up these mountains, where you see up in the distance a large bone structure encased in ice.
Well, Josh, do you know what that is? It's quite unique.
He kind of looks up, and as you guys are walking up and getting closer to it, he's kind of being mindful, looking around his shoulders and everything. Definite sign of great worm in area. This is dead mammoth. You guys like are checking it out, and this is massive, 30-foot wide, very tall. Probably still the rib cage of it gets laying down on its side. The rib cage probably stands up 20 feet tall, and it's just like bits of scraps of skin and flesh and muscle, ligaments torn and just hanging from the bones, and you can see it's just frosted over. And Chalky P goes up closer to it, and you can definitely tell there's like a massive gaping wound where like you can tell like where something attacked it directly and was like feasting away inside of it.
What was that worm's name again, Josh?
Ice claws.
Ice claws.
Relation to Santa?
Santa who?
My buddy Santos. Yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Not on Cinco de Mayo. Keep it moving.
Sponsored by Modelo. So yeah, you guys see this mammoth skeletal corpse frosted over as you guys are making your way up this mountain.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Want to keep on going?
Keep on going.
Rockin'.
Okay, as you guys keep on going, climbing your way continuously up this mountain, the air is getting a lot chillier, of course, as you guys are getting higher and higher up in the elevation. You start noticing this this fog starts rolling in. It's freezing. It's about waist high, and just kind of circling all around. As you guys get higher and higher, and as you get closer to like the peak of the volcano, which you guys aren't heading to directly, Chalky P let you guys know it's like kind of there's a tunnel which you guys we're going to be going through, which has it's a dormant vent essentially. It has an open roof, but you guys are going to be going to a tunnel that leads you to this vent area. That icy storm is just circling around the center of the volcano, and it's getting really brisk and cold up here. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Yeah, here we go again.
Fang falls asleep.
Is that GTA meme? Oh
22,
shit!
yeah.
Oh shit!
10?
See. Oh, 17. How we doing?
All right. You guys continue going on, and Chocopy looks back at you as you're climbing up. Air is thin up here. You need to take easy. Watch your breaths. Only do light movements when necessary. And yeah, you guys push through without expending any points of exhaustion or anything as you're climbing up this treacherous, very freezing, cold landscape. And you guys make it up to the peak of, or about to the peak of one of these, the part of the volcano where there's a vent, and Chocopy leads you guys up to an area where there's like a couple of like collapsed pillars on the ground covered in snow and frost, and there's an entrance to your guys south here that looks like an entrance to some sort of a cavern system of sorts. And Chocopy lets you guys know, if Gem is still here, it'll be in there.
I think we should peruse on in then, gentlemen.
Let's take a look. But before we do, I'm gonna get to the entrance and take a big old whiff just to make sure something big and terrifying in there.
All right, you go down towards the entrance a bit, kind of get close to by one of these rocks that are by it, to by the entrance, so you can get a little cover if you'd like. You start sniffing around, seeing if you can smell anything. Good. Yeah, perception with advantage.
A 9.
Yeah, so with this like kind of freezing fog that's in the air and the storm that's happening nearby, it just smells like that cold terrain, and precipitation around you, and just like it's that very cold sense. It's just kind of just blowing everything else away from your senses and your smells. But you definitely notice there's a lot of frost and ice entering in this cavern. It continues on inside of it.
I look behind me and tell everyone to be quiet. I just go, shh, and then I start venturing in.
Yeah, as you begin venturing in towards the entrance, you almost trip for a moment as you notice on the ground in front of you are some frozen over corpses as well of some humans.
I check them for Zentarum.
Yeah, you
Memorabilia.
make an investigation roll.
Oh, tell me me your story.
You absolutely recognize these men wearing these cloaks as there's 3 men wearing black cloaks, all dead here on the ground, frosted over. And you absolutely recognize their garb as Zentarum uniforms that you guys have seen, especially the assassin types, like one that you guys met on the ship in Waterdeep, and then the one on the airship as well.
Well, gentlemen, they've been here. I can assure you that.
Well, let's keep moving. Hopefully they didn't get to it.
Definitely move with caution. Can we see inside the cavern?
It's pretty, like, the sun is shining from the opposite side, and so it's not shining inside the entrance, so it's kind of hard to make out any details. But as you look inside a little bit, like I said, Solrak, you can see that the ice kind of continues on in there. Rough, kind of not man dug out tunnel, or it is a man dug out tunnel rather, but it's very roughly done. But yeah, just kind of, that's all you can pretty much see as you're looking in here from right now. Just kind of goes into the darkness. And in that darkness, though, behind it, just slightly, you can see a little bit of light that doesn't make out any sorts, like just light that's shining, like ambient light that's shining in the background a little bit, just because of the vent that, the hole that's in the opening in the ceiling.
gentlemen, shall we?
Set on in there, boys.
One by one.
I kind of lead the way
You're leading
with
the way?
like a mild urgency.
Absolutely. Wilmore begins hustling his way on in there. And you guys make your way into this frosty cavern built into the side of this dormant volcano. It's a little more frosty than what it looks like in this picture. Ice kind of spreading out more down the path and up towards the center to your guys' right. But yeah, you guys just see those man-made dugout tunnels, rough walls, and ice and frost just kind of spreading out among them in the ground.
Well, I'm just kind of like a little manic moving forward. Just kind of like, well, gentlemen, let's see what's in here. I mean, let's go, guys.
Yeah, keep it moving. Don't take too long. And I just, I just go with Chaddington.
Okay, you guys all continue going on. You make your way up a little bit further down this hall, where you guys can now clearly see this vast expanse central space at the end of the hallway, which is illuminated from, like I mentioned, there's a hole in the ceiling of the vent that has a little bit of the sun shining through, and it's illuminating all the ice and crystals in this cavern below. As you guys look around, you can see several pillars situated in this circular room, kind of holding up the support of the ceiling and the walls around it. And in the center, you notice a tall statue of a Goliath figure with outspread hands holding a vessel of some sorts with a gem situated on the top of it, and then 4 other smaller statues of human-like creatures on each corner of him as well.
Check your phone real quick, Nate.
I got my service turned off.
Damn T-Mobile.
That's
what happens, man.
Nah, I had like 3 moments where my internet like cut out just a little bit, so I was like, let me just be safe. I don't have anything, but if Discord is easier, feel free to.
That's fine.
Or you can whisper in the game log as well to the DM if you click the party and then click DM whisper.
Party whisper.
I'm horny.
Oh, there it is. Everyone.
So I just kind of I walk in the that main room, and I'm just kind of in awe of its beauty and all these shimmering, refracting lights from the crystals. And so I approach, and before I make it to the center Goliath, I'm just checking out these 4 smaller, I guess, pillars, seeing if they have any writing on them.
Yeah, you're checking them out, and you're looking them over, and they don't seem to have any sort of inscriptions on them. They seem to be just these crystal structures that be shaped in the form of almost like humans.
Almost like humans, you say?
And looking at the crystals, what are the? Do you know what the crystals are made of?
Make a nature check.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had to do that.
Big nature guy. Actually, not really. It's +0. 11.
Let's see. With an 11, now you'd be able to just tell that they seem to be just some sort of natural crystalline structure. Nothing too crazy. Maybe some sort of sapphire or something like that.
Are there any No, I go back to the center Goliath. I just kind of do the same thing, just kind of scope it out before I check out the gemstone.
Yeah, you're just checking out the Goliath.
Yeah, pretty much like what I did with the other 4.
Yeah, you can make a investigation if you want to find anything from that.
7.
Yeah, all that you pretty much can make out from it is like what Bleak Sky told you, is that this is supposed to be Kavaki, who's the Ram Lord of the Goliaths. It's kind of a domain of like protection and strength and creation travel. Like he pretty much is like the all god for the Goliaths.
Now, Chakapi, what would happen if I took the gemstone out of his hands? Like, do you know of anything that would happen?
Nothing like trap or anything. However,
I have a feeling we're gonna have a certain dragon that will not be too happy here.
Zorak smart.
Do we use that as the way of luring the dragon to us so that we can explain to her?
Why don't we just, if we want to talk to her, why don't we just call out to her? Maybe she's here already. If she doesn't show, then we take the gem. But I feel like starting the conversation off with this dragon pissed off at us, that'd be the way to reach her.
I agree with that.
What's
Well,
Wilmer
I
doing?
mean, how do we even know this is the real gem? And I just kind of like walk up to it. I'm assuming it's like in its hands. I just kind of like sit right here. I just start looking real close at it.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Make a
Ice claws!
make an Arcana or investigation roll if you want.
I'll do Arcana advantage. It's an 8 or 9, and then roll it again. Come on. Ooh, 20.
Oh, I'm not seeing those, but that's all right. Oh,
I did self. Sorry,
oh, no worries. Totally fine, man.
everybody.
So
At
20
ones.
yeah. It's a
I re-rolled the nat one.
with a 20. You definitely are detecting some presence of magical aura emanating from this gem.
It's kind of like I'm looking at it like, are we sure this is it? Are we sure we didn't take it? I'm just like poking it. Not take it. I'm just poking it.
Hey, boom, Chucky, no, don't, Wilmore, you crazy man. And just kind of poking it. Just kind of
Stop doing that, Shaddington.
budges a little bit in the space. Doesn't seem to be having any effect happening.
Ice claws!
Oh, don't y'all think the dragon would have been here by now? When's the last time y'all saw this dragon, Narvi? I mean, not Narvi. Chachi. Chachi. No, his name's Chachi.
That's Chamberry's brother.
Yeah.
I know.
You smoked a blunt at
Shout out.
Jim Morrison's grave, apparently. I saw today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chucky would reply, "This happened," and looking down at his side, "Whoa, all bets are now. That happened almost a month ago."
So we have Narvi, a dangerous wizard, comes to the island. There's people that out front. There's a gem here that I'm playing with, and the dragon isn't here. I just palm the gem and pick it up. Where's the dragon?
So you say you picked it up, it's in your hand?
Yep. And I look around.
And I brace myself. My swords.
And I put it back down.
See nothing's happening.
That's what worries me.
So where the hell is this dragon?
You think he's right outside?
Oh, we would have heard it.
I think if those dead bodies were from the dragon, there was obviously a fight. Who won? I kind of like look around, like, is there drag marks? Is there
Or
anything?
even worse, you're trying to reason with this beast. What if Narvi reached to him first?
Make an investigation roll. Wilmore as well.
16.
Mm, 20. See that one?
Yep, I sure do. You notice that a lot of these pillars in this room seem to be shattered and broken. It was as if something large has been tossed into it, creating the damage. You definitely notice that there are some scratch marks on the ground as well, large enough to be from an adult dragon.
I look at Chaddington. Is Narvi powerful enough to take down a dragon here?
That's the thing. I don't really know.
How do we know it wasn't the frost giants and that's how they got the eggs?
Well, then why would there be humans dead outside?
Yeah. And
Maybe
Narvi
the
would
frost
be there.
giants came after the humans.
I guess
don't
at the end of the day, we may have a dead powerful giant, but if he was here for the gem, why is the gem still here? I pick it up
Right.
again. Is there like scratch marks on the floor leading to anywhere? Is there like an obvious exit? Like does this
Yeah, I'm
thing
gonna-
go
I'm gonna
back
look
anywhere?
around for any potential exits or caverns or anything that this room might lead to.
Yeah, Solrak, you both make investigation for separate purposes.
10.
11.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to make out like any sort of directional course of where any of these scratch marks like would have led to. Maybe it just seems kind of not like any sort of pattern or any rhyme or reason. Just seems like, to you at least, what you're understanding, they just look like scratch marks in the ground. Solrak, you're looking around, and also Wilmore, you would also look up and notice that there's, of course, the hole in the ceiling, which could be an escape for a flying creature if need be. Solrak, you're looking around for any caverns or holes or anything, and yeah, you notice that there's on the northwest there's like a cavern-ish kind of area that just kind of loops around. It looks like it was dug out not by man, very roughly, and kind of just it doesn't seem to go like in any sort of area or place though. It just kind of is dug out. I'll go ahead and reveal that for you right now. Just like kind of like where you guys came from. That if you guys would have went up to the north, you would have noticed that there was like another dugout area there.
I'm gonna go take a look at it.
Sure thing. Yeah, you go in there, you see a bunch of raw crystalline structures growing on the wall, ice covering most of this rough stone wall as well, and a lot of the crystals. And the ice that kind of is coming from the center just expands out, going into the reaches of these caverns, this little dugout area.
I analyzed the crystals to see if they look like the same crystal in the middle.
Yeah, you are able to check them out with your passive enough that you can tell that they look like the crystal structures that are built around, but not the main central magical crystal that you guys learned about.
Hey, Chalky, do you know what these things are? And then I point to the different crystals.
Yeah, he would let you know that they seem pretty much similar to what Fang was observing. They seem to be maybe some sort of sapphire, cobalt, or something like that.
Got it. Hey guys. This could be worth money. Maybe you should take a few, huh?
Kind of what I was thinking.
Well, I mean, why don't y'all just chip some out and I take the big fucking gem and I put it in my bag of holding and I walk over and I start like looking in the caverns as well for any other signs of like that people were here or anything like that.
Okay. You swipe that gem off the central statue piece, and you begin walking up and checking out the rest of the surrounding caverns and gems and stones and earthly deposits that are made up in this structure. And as you do that, you start feeling this gust of cold wind just blowing through the central mass of the ceiling, the hole in the ceiling. Just like that,
I
that
go,
storm is getting
maybe
heavier.
she's back. It's like the storm's getting heavier, but it's just cold gusts of wind.
Yeah, just kind of it starts slowly. You feel it like coming swirling down the center of this this vent in here, and then it starts picking up, and bits of ice start swirling and flying around, braiding you guys in all different directions. And then you hear this flapping of heavy wings up in the sky, and then a roaring sound emits as this ferocious-looking white dragon, massive adult white dragon, shows itself. Whoops! God damn it! I'm trying to show you guys the picture of it. Sorry. It shows its body as it emerges from the ceiling of this cavern and floats down to the ground and lets out this icy breath in the air and roars and looks down at you, Wilmore, as it falls to the ground, crawling at you with the gem in your hands, and says, "Thief! Looks like dinner."
Thief or friend? Are you the famous Ice Claws?
He starts clawing his way over towards you and ripping up bits of the ground at each step that he takes. "I am Ice Claws."
Well, my friend, and I started unbuttoning my shirt, and so I think you and I may have met a similar acquaintance. And I like take off my shirt, and it's just all these scars, but like in the middle of it, they kind of like glow a light purple. Just like a little bit of magic energy coming from these like just massive whippings all over my body. And I say, I think you might have actually bested him. So, and I pop the gem out and then I put it down on the ground. I just really wanted to meet you real quick.
Kind of looks at you, snarling and like whipping his head back and forth, and like looking at Fang and Chalky, and then whipping his head back and looking at you. "You know this evil bastard who's tried to steal my gem?"
Yes, he tried to steal my soul, but that's a story for another time, friend. And I think he may have done something with your children.
See him like this ferocious look in its eyes just emits like just a complete anger and rage, like you're speaking of her children like this. "Where are my babies?"
I'll tell you exactly where your babies went or are, if you can help me understand why Narvi was here.
Kind of whips its tail around and smashes and cracks one of the crystal structures to its side. "Bastard tried to steal my gem. My gem."
And I think he stole your babies. You see, there was an outpost an outpost at Svardborg with a mage under the Xantarum's control, watching over what looked to be about a half dozen white dragon eggs. Would those have been yours?
"A dozen. My babies." Make a persuasion check.
Big money, no whammies. Perception, persuasion. Oh.
Double whammy.
Oh, wow.
"You have my attention."
Yeah, I'd say so. As this is happening, by the way, I'm moving slowly towards Chalky and Fang, just quietly, and try not to interrupt.
So I do point over to them and say, first, what was her name again? First, Ice Claws, these are my friends. They are friendly. So, gentlemen, please stay in good eyesight of her.
You see Chalky gripping firmly, red knuckling his scimitars right now.
And I say,
Yeah.
Solrak? Fang?
And I
That's
walk
on
over to
you.
Chucky. and
You
then
have
I
my
whisper
word,
to
Chaddington.
her.
This
I w-
is
I
worm
w-
that tried to kill my family. You negotiate with it. Why?
I whisper to Chucky. Sometimes I have to put your feelings of vengeance aside for the greater good.
Imagine if it was your mother.
Chucky, I know. Trust me. Trust Wilmore.
Make a persuasion check.
I get advantage on that. It's
Only again with giants.
okay, 15.
Okay. Jockey still gripping his scimitars, but you see he had them out, like unsheathed, like 3 inches from his sides. You see him slowly kind of sheathe them again, like slide them back into their scabbards.
And I whisper to him, "Thank you, my friend."
You better
Time
be
will
right.
come. Let's hope. And then I look back over at Chaddington and I nod to him.
I've got my shirt off and I'm walking towards the dragon. And you see, my friend, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And you, I think we can get along quite well. You see, I believe that our friend Narvi was here for this gem, and I'm not quite sure why. But I think it has to do with the reason that he might have stolen your babies. And now I don't know why you seem to be taking that out on the good people of this humble iceberg. But I know exactly where your babies are, I think.
You'll take me to them.
If you need me to take you, I can, but they're on the iceberg to the north. They're sitting in Svardborg, right in the throne room. I don't know why in the throne room.
Frost giants. Frost giants.
Ah, you see her whip her tail around one more. It smacks another one of the crystal structures and it shatters everywhere.
I hate frost giants.
And as like she swung the tail, it like almost hit us. We're like,
She begins like flying up in the air a little bit. Lets out this frosty, icy breath into the sky.
I shall take back my babies.
And I think you shall, but I do have one more question for you. Do you have any idea what happened to Narvi when he came here?
Narvi, the bald one.
The bold bastard, that's what we like to call him.
When things got sticky and troublesome, he vanished into thin air.
He tends to do that. He tends to do that. Why would he be after this, though? And I point to the gem that's on the ground now.
Magic gem. Hold souls.
"Old souls." I whisper
You
to
do
Fang.
know. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything else.
You do know that with this here, he'll be back. If you want, I can take it. And, well, let's just say he'll never get his hands on it, as long as I'm alive.
Make a deception check.
Who's up?
Let me 1 second. Okay. So you said that he'll never get it as long as you have it and you're alive, essentially?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This
It's my treasure. It belongs with me and my horde. Cannot trust you. You teach me of my children, but you not bring them or save them. How can I trust you?
Well, if I would have known that they were your humble children, I would have saved them. But we were on a different mission at the time. You see, I pull out the conch. We're here to destroy the frost giants, just like you. So I am sorry that we missed that last bit. But they may still be alive. I put the conch back away.
And that may be. However, I let you stand here with your lives. That should be enough. The gem stays no matter what.
Then how about this? The people in the valley and the people on this lovely rock aren't your enemies anymore. And personally, I think you owe that one, and I point at Mr. Pooh, a mild apology because you did almost kill his family and you ate half his body.
She kind of snarls and snaps her head back and forth.
And they did nothing to you.
And I grip Chalky's shoulder just to make sure that he's relaxed.
Yeah, you can tell he's definitely tense and uneasy with this situation right now. But he looks over at Wilmore and kind of nods, and then looks back at Ice Claws. If we can live in peace, in harmony together, share the land, we can make it work. We both have enemy in frost giants. And
As this,
Ice Claws, go on, you. No, please, you.
as he's saying this, I walk over and I pick up the gem, and I walk it back to the original sitting place, and I go, well, one more stipulation, Mr. Pooh. Everyone on this island protects this stone, and I put it back.
Hard to tell the people of Arlsberg and Helmshold. Helmshold, vicious people. Horrible leader. But if we can promise protection from... He just gestures over to the Great White Worm. I think we can make it work.
Good.
And see her like kind of snapping back and forth still. So, you'll leave now in one piece.
As long as you keep your word, and maybe go eat a frost giant or two. I get a big old smile.
You see her kind of snarl and just like if a dragon could smile, you notice that its creases of its mouth just kind of go upwards a bit, and it looks up to the sky and kind of takes flight a little bit and swoops back down, and like kind of just like to show its like great mass and body to you all. It goes up and then flies back to the sky, and then kind of hovering there at the tip of the vent. If my gem is missing, I know who to kill first.
I point over at Chaddington.
And Ice Claws takes to the sky, begins flying off.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, just take a big, deep breath.
I
Good work,
immediately
Paddington.
shit myself.
Holy crap. And real quick, I go and pick up any of the loose sapphire that Ice Claws had broken off when she was whipping her tail.
Yeah, say that you can get. Roll a D100.
Haha.
Oh,
Hot. That's hot.
That one.
That would suck.
Hey, 22.
Yeah, you get 22 pieces of sapphire.
Nice.
And I throw that in the bag of holding. So, if there's room still, right?
probably. I'm just typing it in right now
Oh.
because I don't feel like searching for it.
It is
but we'll
holding.
sort it out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so with Ice Claws taken to the sky, and you all leaving this magical gem behind, in the grasp of this Goliath statue. Excuse me. You all make it with being able to convince Ice Claws to go back and try to reclaim her eggs from Svardborg and leave you all and Chocopi and his great people of the Ice Peaks alone. And I believe that is where we will call it tonight and pick up next time we play.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I wrote this whole adventure in 2 hours today.
Could have fooled me. That was awesome. Very awesome.
Yeah, you had like 4 days. What'd you do with all that time? Oh yeah, you wrote another adventure.
Good times,
At
guys.
least you won't do anything next week, right?
Oh, I had like
I
Svardborg
appreciate
planned
it.
for like 6 months. Like so I was
Really?
like, yeah, so I was like, that was just like, all right, I don't have to plan for this for a long time. Do anything for that. But no, good game, guys. That was fun to be able to get through that though, real quick.
Yeah,
That was
buddy.
good. That was good.
Oh, shit.
Some cool stuff. We got some battling in. We got some tense moments in.
Hell
We
yeah.
got some heart-to-heart moments with Chalky.
Uh,
That's good.
Chalky is the man. And, hey, Fang, have you shown them your wolf bite ring yet? He's got a real life wolf bite ring.
All right,
That was mine.
I love it.
I've had it for like 6 years or so, and I found it recently. I was like, oh, I gotta send this to him.
That's
so cool.
awesome.
It's a real
That's sick.
awesome, guys. Well, no game this weekend, so I'm sure we'll probably do a short one over the week next week, and then probably another Sunday one.
Yeah, buddy.
That said,
I like
feel free
that.
to drop anything in the Discord for me, guys, if you have any questions or if you want to discuss about your next plans as you guys leave here. With that said, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. We had a good crowd in the chat. Appreciate Barry Bot for chatting it up in there, and for everyone else, thank you Jeff Greenspan for the theme song. And watch out for those goblins under the stairs, guys.
Yeah!
Peace out. Take it easy.
See ya.
Bye.